Kaboom, kaboom. Hey, this is Just in Case from American Newscape, joining our friend and media personality Jerry Maldonado, back for another installment of American Mentoring. Hello, Jerry. Welcome back to American Newscape.
Welcome to the mosh pit.
Yeah,
Welcome. Hey, man. How are you?
The mosh
Welcome.
That was a little after my time, but that explains a lot. Jerry, did you spend a lot of time in the mosh pits?
All my kids got their birthday gifts in the mosh pit. They had to go get it. And they came out and very new people. They look different too, with the purple bruises on them and everything else. But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, okay. All right. Despite that, as we digressed already, Jerry, this week we're going to talk about hurricanes. Last week it was tornadoes, but my perception of what that's all about. What's your perception of what's happening with hurricanes, Jerry?
Well, first, my perception is, where the hell are you getting these words from, man?
Hey,
I got tornadoes last week. Hurricane. What's next week? Popsicles, and then we got their lawnmowers. What's trending, man?
I do like lawnmowers, and I wanted to do something on the summer solstice, but I didn't want to have to explain that.
I can't create metaphors out of popsicles. I can't do it, but I can do it with hurricanes, man. It's a great thing. What?
You are the metaphor man. Hey, that's a good title for you.
All right, listen. The great topic about tornadoes last week was awesome because it was a straight line set of energy that basically obliterates everything in its path. Hurricanes, if you take hurricane and in the center of that thing is a massive energy, and that's kind of like who we are as people, man. We're just this massive energy. And out from that massive energy is our thoughts. Hence, the cause is our start, and the effect is the outside world. And if people realize that they're basically this force, this center force, because the hurricanes are amazing. They're virtually their own weather system. And we're the same thing. We're our own connection system to whatever we want. And if we use that simple metaphor of that low pressure of who we are, that pressurization of energy and everything we are in life, realize everything around us is the effect of that. So it's really simple to figure out.
Well, yeah, and the other way to look at it, here comes the hurricane and the destructive force of the hurricane, but you can sidestep it. You can move away from the destruction, the devastation, and once it passes, you can come back in and rebuild like you can in your life.
Right. It can be destructive or productive.
Absolutely.
It depends on what you're sending out in the storm, man. That energy around the storm, it's a beautiful setup of how we think, because around us is everything that we're thinking. It's just circling around us in energy. And they've mapped it out in science now. They've mapped it out in quantum physics that we're just sending out energy wherever we go. Whatever productive or destructive energy we send out will determine what's going to happen in our life, because we're the cause. Our thinking and our feeling in life is the cause, and life is just the effect of that. So when people realize that, they'll take heed to what they say, what they think, what they feel, and how they're being every single day. How you're being is what you're creating.
No, absolutely. And with the hurricane, you can see it coming. It's not a surprise. It's not like a tornado. It doesn't just fly out of the sky.
Yeah, you hit the note on the head again, man. It's predictable.
Right.
If you know you're not thinking right, you're going to create not right. I was going to say a different expletive on that, but at the same time, I'm trying to keep it clean here for our younger adults here. Right. Realize what you're sending out, productive or destructive, no matter what, it's going to come back to you. And we say it, you and I say it, we say repetitively here on America's New Escape, that if people kind of understand it in different metaphors or how should we say, instances in their life, they'll realize what they're getting back. You're the pressure form. We're the energy source. And you can set your own storm or create your own rainbow. This is what people got to grasp hold of, and not to let life around them dictate their outcome.
Well, absolutely. And maybe you and I are masters of the not right because we have that vast experience. We can fall back on that, having this wealth of mistakes that we've made in our lifetime. We should almost celebrate it. We should celebrate those mistakes we've made.
It'd be failure. There would be us a picture on the failure, man, in the dictionary. Because we learned and we stopped sending out destructive energy in our thoughts and our feelings. Yeah, we're going to hit speed bumps and road bumps in the road, but we're not going to be a template for that storm because it's so predictable. And hurricanes are great because you know what's coming. And our thoughts are the same way. People understand what they're thinking about them, but they just don't believe that all around them, they're creating their life. And when you grasp hold of that, you can take hold of that and start conditioning your thoughts to send out better energy. Right. And you can create a category 1 or category 5 in your focus, whatever you want to do, if you want to use that as a template or a metaphor, but it'll help you understand what you're getting back.
Well, yeah, we don't want to be that Bubba that's going to ride out the storm.
I'm watching Forrest Gump in my head now. Thanks a lot. And here we go. But it's really simple. What you send out is what comes back, and what you create is what you're going to send out and bring back to you. Hurricane, it depends how strong your focus is on whatever you're trying to get. And people spend all day in this circulation of the past, and all they're recreating is the past. I see it all the time in my posts on Facebook from people, and they're saying, why is my life this way? Because you keep posting about the same stuff in your life every day. That's your thought process. And when you start getting past your thought process to where you want to go in life, it's a whole different ballpark, man.
Right. Aspire for a better life. Aspire not to live in a mobile home in the path of a hurricane.
Poor thinking, poor living. I mean, it goes hand in hand. Whatever storm you're creating, productive and or destructive. I want a productive storm. I want a Cat 5, and I do it every day with my journaling, with my thinking, how I'm acting, who I surround myself with, which is most important. I mean, your environment will always dictate your outcome. What you surround yourself with, you will become.
There you go. I like that, Jerry. I like that. There's hope for us. Just because we're the masters of mistakes, man.
I get it.
Just because.
Experience is key. Yes, indeed. Experience is key. But most people, I get it. They've been through a lot, and they blame their past on their present. When you start creating the present, you get rid of the past. That's the thing. If you have something you're focusing on, the best healing mechanism is to create a brand new storm, a productive one of thought, a productive one of thinking, a productive one of journaling, a productive one of acting, being, and doing every single day. Guys, you can't lose at this game, man. You can't.
Well, yeah, when we talk about the past, you can take knowledge from the past and use it moving forward, but you need to let the past rest in peace. It's gone. It is gone.
You know, you and I talked about scripture and different guests that you're having on, let the dead bury their dead. That's what they were getting at in scripture. They're saying, let your past die, let it go. And it's a great format to live by, indeed. But it's hard to get past the past when you don't have a future to grasp hold of. That's why it's so imperative to find what you want and find what drives you every day. Your passion, whatever you're doing, is your purpose. Create the storm, create this massive amount of energy like you want to do a Cat 5, and watch how the past is going to become knowledge instead of dwelling in it every day.
Well, maybe, and even if your goal is only to put the past to rest as you start this new journey or adventure in life, and let it come to you, because it will come to you. As you always say, it's the passion that's going to bring it to you.
And you hit the nail on the head. It's a natural way of healing. Create a new path that you want to go on, and the past is going to be just something to look past from. And it's the best way of healing. People think that, you got to keep talking. I see the programs all the time on social media. Talk about this all the time. So all they're doing is bringing more pain because they're triggering back from that. When you start getting ahead and start focusing on where you want to go in life, it's inevitable that you're going to reach your end, and you're not going to be dwelling on the past because you're not going to be thinking about it as much.
You're going to be in the marsh pit, right?
I'm probably stepping out by now, man. I was hit so hard once. I woke up one day and said, "Yeah, it's gonna hurt. I better watch what I'm doing in there." So now I'm just kind of like a spectator. I let my kids do the crowd surfing thing. It's all good.
I'm pretty well convinced back in the day I would have never been invited in the marsh pit. I would have probably brought the wrong attitude.
The mosh pit now is just a big old greeting pit. People hit you and they say they're sorry. I'm like, what are you saying you're sorry for? What are you doing in here then? It's seriously, this Generation X has lost their head, man. Don't get out of the pit if you don't want to be in there. But think about it for yourself, guys. I mean, whatever storm you create, productive and or destructive, think about what it is. Focus on it with all your might. Create the most amazing Cat 5 and focus in your life every single day. You're not going to lose, man. You can't.
Well, and you will not be hurt by that focus. Take that time. Take that time, and I don't want to say, we don't want you stewing in it, but we want you get into it. I mean, get into it and get past it.
Immerse yourself in whatever you're trying to do. I mean, literally in everything you do, but it has to be all in. You can't put one toe in the pool, man. Expect to succeed. You got to jump right in. And people have a hard time doing that because they want to just keep a leash on that hurt locker they keep opening up every single day. I get it. I mean, I've been through terrible breakups and financial issues and divorce. I've been homeless, living in a motel for 10 years, for crying out loud. But the point being is, you keep focusing on the outcome. You keep feeling it. You keep putting yourself in it. And the best way you can only attract more of that. You're creating this amazing Cat 5 of thought. And from that, the energy sends out from that, the synchronicities set up from that. Guys, it's you never lose at this game, man. You just got to realize you can't lose at this game.
Well, and maybe a simple goal of being a better family man would be a nice place to start.
Wherever it might be, small steps create the biggest rewards. I mean, you guys can, however way you want to approach it, everybody's different. I was in it balls to the wall. I did it full force. I was sick of where I was. I said, wait, I've been here for 10 years, man. I got to fix this problem. Well, the minute I put the 100% focus and emphasis on what I wanted to have, be, and do, all these things started happening. All of a sudden, I get a call from you out of the blue after not talking to you for 10 years. Do you understand? And this is great because you set up your own life by how you think about it. I wanted to get back in media on a massive scale. A couple of years ago, I set up all the Facebook. All of a sudden, boom, out of the blue, you call me. We haven't talked in 10 years. I mean, this is how amazing life is. You put your emphasis on it, you're going to attract what you want to you. And you.
Right. Well, yeah, and time flies when you're having fun, right, Jerry?
I guess if you're living, I'm cooking out of a coffee pot for 10 years, but it worked out very well. I did very good for myself. I did really good.
Absolutely, and you should be proud of what you've accomplished and what we're going to accomplish.
Indeed. Well said.
All right, Jerry, why don't you leave us with a closing thought, and we'll put this one to bed.
Great metaphor to live by. I mean, think of yourself at the center of this amazing storm. Hey, have you ever looked in the eye of a hurricane? People out there, you've seen pictures how calm it is. That's your happy place. Outside that circle is life. Whatever you're sending out every single day is going to circulate around. It's going to come back to you. That's called karma. And when people realize that, they'll make better decisions, better choices, and most importantly, where they want to go in life. And so think of your life as this amazing storm that you're creating, a productive storm, a storm where you can be a better person and realize it's going to come right back to you in the most beautiful ways, guys. So it's been awesome.
Yeah, it'll come back around, won't it?
Indeed.
All
Great
right.
topic, man. But I'm not doing popsicles next week. I'm telling you right now, I'm not doing this, man. You better find a better keyword.
And we're not going to talk about mosh pits.
No mosh pits, no meatballs, no.
Well, maybe meatballs.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I forgot meatballs.
A little bit of meatballs.
That's my staple, man. That's my staple. I can't lose that meatball. I can't.
All right, Jerry. Hey, everybody.
Great show.
This has been Just In Case and Jerry Maldonado bringing you American Mentoring. Thanks for joining us. Remember, additional information and links are provided in this video's Read More. And today's the day to subscribe to this channel. Please learn more about Jerry Maldonado when time permits.